For many unaccompanied minors, the journey to Southern California isn't just about escaping violence. It's about finding home. They arrive at the border alone, carrying nothing but the phone numbers of parents or relatives already in the U.S. They are placed in the custody of the Office of Refugee Resettlement, ORR, waiting for the phone call that says they can finally be reunited with their families. To get their children back, parents must come forward as sponsors. They submit fingerprints, addresses, and personal history to the Department of Health and Human Services, HHS. For years, this process was largely shielded from immigration enforcement to ensure children weren't left stranded in government shelters. A leaked Department of Homeland Security, DHS, document reveals a shift. Operation Guardian Trace. This policy requires ICE to conduct in-person interviews with potential sponsors. What parents believe is a final step toward reunification is actually a targeted enforcement operation. Attorneys describe it as a bait and switch. Parents are summoned to government offices or told to wait for a home visit under the guise of sponsor vetting. They arrive with car seats and toys, expecting to pick up their son or daughter, unaware that ICE agents are waiting in the next room. The moment of reunification becomes a moment of arrest. In Southern California, immigration advocates have documented cases where parents were handcuffed just feet away from where their children were being held. The sponsorship application is immediately invalidated because the adult is now in detention. The psychological toll is devastating. At the Immigration Defenders Law Center in Los Angeles, attorneys recount children breaking down in tears upon learning their parents were arrested because of them. These children often carry the crushing, false guilt that their desire to be with their family led to their parents' deportation. Because their parents are now detained, these children remain in federal custody indefinitely. Under the current administration, the average stay for a child in ORR custody has skyrocketed, increasing from 30 days to 117 days in just 1 year. Legal experts argue that using children as bait violates the government's own regulations, which are supposed to prioritize the best interests of the child. Attorneys in Oakland and Los Angeles are filing challenges, claiming the policy turns a humanitarian process into a trap. If no other legal sponsor can be found, the children are moved into the foster care system. Families are fractured, sometimes permanently. What began as a move toward safety ends in a systemic separation that advocates say is deliberate and explicit. The LAist investigation has brought Operation Guardian Trace into the light. As the public learns of the tactics used in Southern California, the debate intensifies. Can a nation secure its borders without using its most vulnerable inhabitants as a means of enforcement?